Oh, as far as Peter leaving the team, that was actually the first day that I flew into the CLG house. I just walked in the house and it was like, yeah, Doublelift left the team and we're replacing him with 6A.
I hadn't heard of Peter wanting to quit the team, but I could tell based on his attitude and the way he played the game. So, especially in the bottom lane, I'm really good at being aware of people's emotions and how they play or how they talk, and Peter wasn't really there most of the time.
As far as my meeting with Peter went, it was pretty blunt. I said, if you want to quit to go stream, then go quit and stream. And you'll be a loser, and everyone will know that our Doublelift's trophy case will always remain empty, and that will be the last time that you, like, that will be your legacy, right? That's what I told Peter. I just looked at him and I was like, that will be your legacy. And if you're okay with that, if you as a competitive athlete are okay with that being your legacy in esports, then accept it, own it, and go do it.
I was definitely ready to quit. And then the more and more I talked to Chris, and the more I thought about it, like, okay, maybe it will be different this time. Maybe like I'll actually turn out to split a better person even if I don't win.
I was like, if you believe that CLG is making the right decision bringing me out here, and if you think that all the decisions that they're making as an organization now are the correct ones, then you should play another split. And you should compete, because I think that with the team that you guys have, you'll win easily, handily.
Mostly it was just a crapshoot, you know. I always, actually, I think I learned from Travis that if you're about to quit something, just give it one more chance before you actually like completely commit to quitting. So that's basically what I did.
It took maybe the same day, I think, when he was just like committed. He committed to the team, and that was the end of that.
That CLG are looking the weakest they've looked so far this split. So with the pressure they have of having been second or first all season long, now dropping to third, will that play on their psyche as they go into this best-of-5 series?
2-0 in the series, 28 minutes in. Quas continuing the chase. He's in the base.
Whoa, no!
He got the auto attack bump
Pretty
on.
much
He has everybody dead. Team Liquid 3-0 on CLG. 2 playoffs in a row.
Especially against TL, over the last like 2 years, they crushed our playoff dreams like each time, and we just had such problems against them in the regular split that even back when they were cursed.
And right now, it's do or die for CLG. The game is a must-win to keep their dream of worlds alive.
Clean sweep on Counter Logic Gaming after the boot camp in Korea. It's not going to be enough to stop Curse, and it's going to be a 3.
I was just really demoralized going into the game. Like, I didn't have a winner's attitude. I wasn't going in the game thinking, okay, we're going to win, and if we get behind, how are we still going to win this? It was like, oh man, I think we're probably going to lose. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that we don't lose, but we're probably still going to lose. It was just like over and over again. I think our record was something insane, like 1-17.
And they want Phoenix in this turret.
Oh boy.
Pretty strong though. What's he gonna do?
Oh, he got 2! He's going to get a triple kill! A quadra kill! An amazing play by Phoenix on his ear! The legacy of Shurima is real!
A lot of the ways that he learns is through experience, right? So he'll play a matchup in lane, and if the matchup goes poorly in a scrim, then he just doesn't want to play that matchup anymore, right? You have to like explain to him on a more conceptual level why the matchup can still be good, and you have to point out the reasons that it went bad, because most of his decision making is just, okay, I have this anecdotal experience, so this is my belief.
My teammates, my current team, like had to show me it's possible, and like roster change and change in attitude and stuff like that. It's just, you have to show me like the proof, whether it's like even just in scrims. Even if it's just in scrims and we can beat them in scrims consistently, okay, that gives me some confidence. Like, we can do it in a real game, but it was never like that before.
They're going to be able to lock that one down. Piglet now getting hit up. Doublelift crushes him. Spartan Counter Logic Gaming taking down Team Liquid and definitely showing a true change in the slump.
After Link had departed, Peter started seeing the benefits of talking to your teammates in certain ways and how to explain things so that you won't hurt people's feelings. and that's largely due in part to Chris coming on and being a mentor to him and taking him aside, you know, if he does something wrong, okay, this is what you did wrong, this is how you can do it better, and then Peter just fully agrees because Peter's a guy who really likes to have facts in front of him, so if you explain it in a way that he understands it and you throw down all the pros and cons about the situation, okay, you did this, this person reacted in this way, don't do that, and he's really good about picking up on that and then fixing it immediately.
Validation for Doublelift because his trophy case is still empty, and putting NALCS in there as his first one after all this time would be great for his career.
Headbutt pulverized Pobelter. Oh, they burst off the support and Rush goes down too. The next as they go, 43 minutes. Counter Logic Gaming in the semi is okay. Pobelter kills off Adrian. That's one kill picked up. There's in final the trade, but he goes down. The triple kill. Logic Gaming are one win away from their first ever North American LCS final. Team Meganar pushes him in. All right, the counter Logic Gaming finally get a good season. They're headed to the finals.
He's incredibly focused on one thing, and that one thing is winning. And it was just a lack of direction in how to best achieve that goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, Madison Square Garden about to get on their feet here for game one. And we're about to be on the rift with Team Solo Mid versus Counter Logic Gaming. Winter's fight onto Bjergsen, three-man Shockwave. Where's the answer? He attacks on the priority targets. Shockwave engaged. Zion, Spartan, and Doublelift coming up onto 40 minutes. CLG looking to put a few final touches on this game. Turtle goes down. Doublelift with another one. Game one coming up 39 minutes in. Very convincing from Counter Logic Gaming as they take out Team Solo Mid in the finals.
Well, between the games at MSG, when we won, we would get up, take off our headphones. We wouldn't celebrate or anything. We wouldn't like bounce up and down. We would just always try to walk calmly in the backstage, just keep our chill and keep focused. Like if you're celebrating what happened in the past, then you're not thinking about what's happening like right now. Yeah, I'd be a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Like after the first game, I'm like, oh my God, we actually probably could have lost that game if things didn't go so perfectly. In the back of my mind, you know, like I'm like a worrisome person.
Yes, after Peter moved out, I always want to find out what he's doing. That day I was working, so I get off at 10:30. I think, oh, today is their like a playoff against TSM. I think that day I'm very scared to open my computer to see. I'm thinking 90% they're going to lose because in the past, anytime they compete with TSM, they never win. I feel not very confident.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden in the 2015 Summer Finals between TSM and Counter Logic Gaming.
This is going to be an amazing series. Game one has already delivered.
I thought I was potentially just cursed to never win. And I read a Reddit comment that really got to my head a long time ago, like years ago. He's like, I think Doublelift will be the best player to never win anything. And it was like a really powerful statement. When I read that, I was like, wow, that like really got to my head. It got to my ego because I'm like, I'm really good. And then also, but my psyche's like, well, I'll never win anything, so what's the point in being really good?
The outside, and it looks like Team Solo Mid dropping like flies here. Back on a Pobelter. He may live, but no, he goes down to the riptide of Dyrus. Everybody is giving their last ounce in this fight.
Like halfway through the second game, I just knew. I was like, we just won. I didn't have a very good game, to be honest. So a lot of fights, I'd be like, wow, I missed a lot of autos. I like probably spent half the fight doing nothing. If that was me watching the game, I'd be like, haha, that guy's playing like cop. Like he's got like 3 auto attacks off. I would have gotten off 10. Sometimes, or actually every time, we would just win the fight anyways. And I thought that was crazy. I was like, what? In any other version of CLG, we would just lose. If I'm not doing perfect positioning, perfect damage, we would just lose. And I'm like, wow, Pob is carrying his ass off this game. And I'm like, I look at Zion, I'm like, wow, Zion's playing amazing. And And then they both mess up in one fight. Zion flash ultis the wrong way, Pope dies without doing anything, and then I get a penta, and I'm like, okay, we won. Like, we just won. We're so good. Like, you can make game-losing mistakes, and we can turn them into, like, game-winning moments. And I think that was, like, just mind-blowing. I don't know. I've never had that feeling where it's okay to mess up. Like, you don't want to mess up. You're doing your best to play perfect, but, like, it's okay. So you feel so confident after that. You can't lose.
That Pentakill came out of nowhere. That looked like the fight was going to turn in TSM's side, but Doublelift the whole time was...
Yeah, I have a sick satisfaction in proving somebody wrong when I know that, for sure, that they're wrong. So my parents, good example, they're like, you'll never make anything out of video games. It's just stupid, waste of time. And I'm like, oh, like, I just really have to show them that they're wrong. And then also the people who doubted me the whole time and said, like, oh, you'll never win anything, you're crap. You're washed up, you should retire. It's like so good. It feels so good because, like, I actually want to thank those people a little bit. Also, I hate them, but I want to thank them because it's so motivating, you know, when somebody tells you you can't do something, because it clicks in my brain at least. I have to do it now. They told me I can. It's a big thing for me.
15, Counter Logic Gaming go 2 in a row versus Team Solo Mid in the NALCS Summer Finals.
Who would have thought CLG would be up 2-0 in the NALCS Summer Split Finals?
You're just one smash of Nexus from winning their first North American Championship.
Match point for Counter Logic Gaming if TSM cannot pull themselves back in. The TSM fans are still there and standing strong behind their team to get back in this series. Taking the turret completely, knowing Counter Logic Gaming is stronger. The double kill, the triple kill now coming in for Pobelter. Doublelift's gonna clean one up. 40 seconds on the clock, boys.
And the faithful shall be rewarded. CLG take the inhibitor. They're gonna take the Nexus turrets, and they're gonna take a trip to Worlds.
This is gonna be it. Counter Logic Gaming fighting every season since there has been one, and now taking down Team Solo Mid at Madison Square Garden to be your
Like, my whole body was just, it was like numb, and then I couldn't really think anything. And I was just, it's like I wasn't in control of my body. I looked at the video and I actually jumped up and I hugged Afro. And I was kind of like screaming and jumping up and down and just super excited, but I don't remember doing any of it. It's not like I was thinking, I'm gonna go hug Afro. I'm so happy about the win. It was like automatic. It was like I was just a passenger and somebody else was like driving my body.
When CLG walked out with 10 people, Hotshot started crying on stage. The incredibly TSM-focused crowd started chanting CLG. You almost wondered if you were actually dreaming, because this was so far from what was expected and it was actually happening. So,
I barely remember the rest of the day. I looked at videos of my interviews and like the post-game stuff. I don't remember saying any of it.
Only knowing that CLG had to lose for so long and overcome so many memes and hardships and actual defeats and actual struggles and roster turnover, and then to actually kind of conquer that all, and then 3-0 the team who had consistently been the best team in North America throughout history, it was emotional, no matter who you are, and that was a really cool moment to cast.
Think about it all the time. I actually replay in my head, I replay the win over and over and over again. And before we won, I had the imaginary win in my head playing over and over and over again. Would I cry? Would I jump up and down? Like, what would I do? I don't know. Would I like pump my fists in the air and just scream? Like, it's something that I thought about a lot and still do. I don't really know. I think I just was stunned. I think mostly I was just shocked. Like, we won? I've never won before. Like, I never thought it would happen, I guess. Part of me thought it would never happen, but it was just a crazy moment. Just crazy, because that's like a career-defining moment for me, is breaking through and winning when the community said I couldn't. Even I, at some point, probably thought I couldn't. It gives me closure. Like, it makes me feel like everything was worth it in the end. So, yeah, it was just really good, really satisfying.
When he decided to become a pro player after he'd been kicked out by his parents, like he started over. And everything his new life has been about has been to reach that exact point that he was there now. Now he's going to have to move on to Worlds and he has to find new challenges, but that was the goal and he'd reached it. So I imagine that was true, the best day of his life.
I was tell Peter, if you don't listen to me, you can move out. And actually I was trying to scare him, expecting he say, oh, he's not going to really do it. But Peter think, okay, really? You want me to go? I say, yeah. And then he just left and go. I was very regret what I said. I think, his kids.
Yeah, actually, it was just really small. Just really small thing. I've been having problems with my car paperwork in the last few months. Just this really complicated, ridiculous thing. Basically, it just ended up in me getting ticketed a lot because my car paperwork was just so messed up. It was just a mess. And then I called my mom probably like 8 in the morning. And I was like, Mom, I need help. I don't really know what to do. And like, you're the only one I know who has smarts about this stuff. And she's like, oh, I have work in an hour, but fuck it, like I'll just help you. And she was on the phone with me for like 3 hours just helping me. And halfway through, I kind of realized, I don't know, like I'm not doing anything for her. I hadn't even visited her. Actually, I blew her off and like completely ignored her emails and just was like not showing her any attention or anything like that for months and months and months because of LCS. And she just wanted to help me because, I don't know, she just wanted to help me. And I was like, oh, it's because she like still really loves me, I guess. I'm her son. And yeah, I realized like it's just really hard to find somebody who's willing to do that. Like do something for you just because they love you. Not because they want anything back. Not because they like expect you to do something, return the favor. She just wanted to help me. So I thought that was crazy because I'm not that kind of person to be like, just go out of my way and help somebody who's never done anything for me. That's like really hard for me to do. But for her, I guess I don't know, it's normal. So I love my mom. And I'm definitely gonna make it a point to like go visit her a lot more. Yeah, me right now and me when I was 18, that's two different people. Like legitimately just two different people. Me when I was 18, I was everything wrong. Just stupid, alone, because I completely detached myself from my family. I was overweight, I was just a loser, never won anything. And now, I guess I'm a winner, I guess I'm like a champion, but mostly I feel like really connected with my teammates, with my family. And I always just took it like one small step, like, okay, I just want to be better than I was yesterday, better than I was yesterday, better than I was yesterday. And if you like do that enough, you'll just, I didn't think it would happen, but like I just completely changed my life. We already broke everyone's expectations of CLG. So it's like, you're free, there's no more burden, there's no more pressure, you just want to see how far you can get. How good can you get at League? That's the question, it's not, how far can you get at Worlds? I think those are like really different. So we're going to Korea to see how good can we get at League. And then we'll just take the test and see how we do.